So I'm going to actually work into Business Central to start off this demo. I'm going to show you really the end user experience of working with working with Popdock in BC, and then we'll work our way back into the web application, and I can kind of show you behind the scenes as well. So inside of Business Central, we have this Popdock tab in here. We have an extension out on Microsoft's App Source that you can install directly into your Business Central environment. What this is in Popdock terms is what we call a multiple list widget. So as the name suggests, it is a widget that contains multiple lists. When we set this up initially, we give you access to all of those pre-built queries that we would have for Business Central. So you would have, financial-based list, fixed assets, inventory, people, project, purchasing, sales, a lot of those common groups and modules within BC. But you can also see that we have a handful of groups that are pointing to data that does not necessarily live inside of Business Central. So we have a handful of lists, in this case, coming from a CRM system, or you can see we have the same thing from a Salesforce environment. And then we have a whole bunch of these migration groups where we've taken historical data from a lot of these historical ERPs. We're either connecting directly to that SQL server if you're planning on maintaining it. Otherwise, we've moved that data to a data lake and then are surfacing that historical data right inside of Business Central, so you can access it whenever you want to need, or whenever you need to see it. But I'm going to start with this purchase transactions list, and I really want to highlight the end user experience. The big thing that I like to point out with Popdock is it doesn't matter where we're querying the data from. Anytime that we access a list within a Popdock interface, the end user experience in terms of what you can do with the data is going to be the exact same. So things that you can do very easily and on the fly. You can go in here and you can do things like grab additional columns. So you can select which columns you'd want to bring in. Every time you see skipping there, Popdock's reaching into the data source that we're pulling data from to return the columns, the filters, the records that are being requested. So you can see after I added those columns, they got added to the end of my list. I can just as easily remove columns from my list. So if I wanted to drop those ones as well, you'll notice that they drop in real time. Everything inside of this interface is all drag and drop. So if I wanted to move document date to the front of my list, I could drag it on to the front. I can do things like grouping. So if I wanted to group my purchase transactions by vendor name, you'll notice whenever we do a grouping, all of the groups are expanded by default. We do have the ability to collapse them as well, so you can see more groups within your screen real estate. You'll notice that for any currency field, we would give subtotaling by group. And then from there, you can either drill into any of the individual groups or, again, go back up here and expand all of them to see the records that make up that group. And you can have multiple levels of these groupings. So if you wanted to group by vendor name, for instance, and then subgroup by document type, again, you're going to get that subtotaling at each grouping level. And then you can drill into the lowest grouping level to see the records that make up the groupings or